What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seatbelt.
Alright, so this should be fun. So the Nintendo Switch haters have found yet another article to latch on to. And I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this article making its rounds. It was an article about a survey that was done during the Game Developers Conference, and it shows that only 3% of the developers surveyed are making games for the Nintendo Switch, and the haters love it. But do me a favor. When you see these Nintendo Switch haters posting this article around the net, go ahead and link them to this video and tell them to have that seat, because the seats are inevitable. Shall we begin? First things first, and the first major seat of this video. That survey was from last December. I repeat, that was a pre-GDC survey from last December. And as you know, the Nintendo Switch event wasn't even until January. But I already know what you guys are thinking. Well, doctor, I mean, these guys, they should have dev kits by then. How quickly our memory fades. Last year, Nintendo Switch developers weren't even allowed to confirm games, even though we saw footage for them. Remember when the Nintendo Switch haters thought that that Bethesda Switch footage was fake, and that they were doing the whole bait and switch, and that we were never even going to get Skyrim? Remember that? Remember? They had footage of their game in the initial Nintendo Switch reveal, and they still couldn't confirm the game was coming. Only a select few developers were actually able to confirm and announce games for the Nintendo Switch last year. Ubisoft and Sega and Square Enix, right? But let's continue down this rabbit hole a little further, shall we? So if you look at the actual numbers for the survey, you'll see that the Nintendo Switch is at 3%. But you even see that the market leader for the generation, the PlayStation 4, is at under 30%? Wait, what? Huh? How's that possible? How is the by far market leader only have around, what is it, 26 or 27? I'm not looking at the chart right now. Percent of developers making games for it. Does that make any sense to you? Yeah, the PC and Mac at the top. We have percentage of people making VR games is higher than that of the Xbox One and Scorpio. Does that sound right to you? Maybe it's because the majority of the developers that took this survey are indie freaking developers. Now, what percentage of indie developers do you think actually had Nintendo Switch dev kits last December? Even Sumo Digital didn't get their dev kits until January, and their game comes out at the end of the freaking month. Think about that. Think about that. Now you're probably thinking, surveys are anonymous. They could have taken the survey and said they were making games for the Switch. No, they couldn't. When you're under NDA, you can't even take a survey, even an anonymous survey. That crap can be traced back. Even if they were making games for the Switch at that time, they weren't allowed to say so. Period. And I like how these Nintendo Switch haters conveniently forget that right after the January event, which is after December for those keeping notes at home. We've had games announced for the Nintendo Switch pretty much every other freaking day since the event.